EBCL in Module 2 of CS Executive is a very vast subject. Let us see in this video how you can get 60 marks or more than 60 marks in EBCL by analyzing an answer paper. In this paper, we are going to see Nitin of Ekcel Academy how he scored 60 marks. In fact, this paper correction was little strict and he has got 9 marks in rationalization. That shows the uniformity of correction, and he got 60 marks, which is exemption marks in EBCL. Many students say that 24 chapters, it is very huge and each chapter is a different act. We are getting confused. How do we write the answers? This video will give you the best way on how you can write answer and how you too can score 60 with the right presentation strategies. Nitin was a student of Ekcel Academy and he has used all the tips which we shared in the classes, and you too can do that. Please remember, we have an entire series. You can watch this where we have a guided method on how you can score 60 plus marks by analyzing answer scripts of different students of Ekcel Academy of different subjects. And this subject is about EBCL. Let us get into the paper and see how Nitin got 60 marks in EBCL. Here is the answer script of EBCL. So EBCL, the student has scored 51. Marks for rationalization is 9 and totally you got 60. That means when you look at the average, lot of people had given more marks in correction, and this paper is a strict correction. So on average, 9 marks was given in other papers. That is why they have rationalized and given. See, because let us say you have 1, 2, 3 different people who are correcting. And one person may give you 52, one person may give you 53, one person may give you 65. That means the person who gave 65 is very, very lenient. Same time, instead of 65, if they gave you 40, that means their correction is very, very strict. So that is only rationalization, and it is not just by 3 people. Overall, everyone who corrects, that is taken into consideration, and ICSI gives this rationalization marks. So marks rationalized on account of uniformity and moderation. This is why we can trust ICSI. They will give you the marks which you deserve. Even if there is a strict correction, they will ensure there is uniformity and there is nothing for students to worry. Now let us see how the student has scored marks. Part 2. So in part 2, each question is 3 marks. For example, the question which you can see on the screen is, what do you mean by cartel? And for that, first the student is giving which act it is applicable, what is the meaning of the cartel, and in simple words, cartel is formed by persons to limit or control the production, distribution, price, sale of goods. This is the best part. The entire meaning is coming out in this beautiful sentence which the student has written, and that is why they have got 2 out of 3. So this is how you can score. The next question is, what do you mean and understand by anti-competitive agreements under the Act? It is a 3 marks each. So here everything has been written and only 2 marks is given. So this is why this is a strict correction. Actually 3 marks should have been given. But there is nothing for you to worry, because ICSI has given you marks for rationalization and uniformity. But this is just a proof, because everything is written. Actually 3 marks should have been given. But you don't worry, because end of the day ICSI will give based on the average of what everybody else correction has done. That is a very nice thing which ICSI has started. What do you understand by the term combination? So everything about combination, what is the meaning of the combination, then the broad coverage. See there is a line gap. The answer looks good. Paragraphs, short paragraphs. After the 2 combinations are there, cross threshold limit. So threshold limit concept is given. The enterprises has sent the notice to the commission and regarding the combination. So 3 marks is given, 3 out of 3. See, you don't have to write too much. You should write the correct portion. And see the person who is writing, even he has struck off the empty space to avoid any confusion. Very good presentation. Then we have what is collusive bidding, that is 3D. In which ways collusive bidding may occur. So according to Competition Act, what is collusive bidding, how it can be, the different ways. See here, point wise. Here the question is, in which way? So in the answer we are using, question they are using way. In answer also we are using the same word. the ways in which collusive bidding occurs. So it is easy for person correcting it, you are making his or her life easier, and all the points has been written, and you are getting 3 out of 3. Very, very good. So the paragraphs, connecting the words in the question to the words in the answer and writing in point wise is going to give you the marks, and this is a classic example. Just see this, take a screenshot if required. This is how you need to write. Then what constitutes abuse of dominance under Competition Act? So section 4, when a company enters into dominant position, so what are the two situations? Independently operates in the relevant market, affects the competition. So next is abuse of dominance in the following cases. So which cases it is? So again, point wise it is written, even one line gap is between every point, so it looks beautiful, and 3 out of 3 is given. So if you see, student has scored 13 out of 15 in this question. There are 5 sub questions and each question is 3 marks. Student has scored 13 out of 15. So it is possible. Don't say, see, I'm really tired of telling students corrections is bad. Even in strict correction, student has got 13 out of 15. So this is a strict correction paper, because if you got 9 marks in rationalization, that means this correction is strict. In that also, he has got 13 out of 15 in this question. So please remember, if you know the concept and if you write properly, if you present properly, they will give you marks. Don't tell, no sir, they won't give, sir, they won't give. Don't tell all this rubbish. Please study properly, write properly, present well. They will give marks. This is the proof. What more proof you want? Please don't be negative. Question number 4. Question number 4A. What are the factors which are taken into account by commission to determine the dominance position? So what is that? So what are the factors? So directly come. So they are asking about factors in the question. So in answer, don't beat around the bush. Directly come to the factors. It is a 5 marks question. So go and write all the factors which you are aware. And when you write it, 4 out of 5. So what is nice which the student has done? The point is given, 1 line gap, and the brief explanation. Brief explanation is also given about that point. Size of the market, market resources, degree of countervailing buying power, use of dominant position based on pricing, okay, market share of the enterprise, extent of innovation. So every point is added, 6 points is added, and explanation is given for each point. Presentation is very neat and it looks beautiful. 4 out of 5 marks has been scored. See, Competition Act is actually scoring, because one act you are getting 25 marks. So you can do really well. Next question, 4B. As you can see, the basic purpose of competition policy and law is to preserve and promote competition as a means of ensuring efficient allocation of resources in an economy. So they've given a statement. So the first thing is, what is competition is given, meaning. Then the support to that answer is given. 3 marks has been scored. So totally 7 out of 10. So 13 plus 7. So the student has scored 20 out of 25 just in the Competition Act, which is 25 marks. One chapter you have for 25 marks, which is part 2, and that is how you can score very, very well. So I think we understood the principles of how the answer is written. Next, you can see the old question paper and see how the student is written. For instance, we have part 1. So part 1, what happens is, it is a 5 marks question. Question number A. Reserve Bank of India acts as lender of last resorts, comment. So all the points has been given paragraph wise. So 3 out of 5, because some of the extra points are not there, and also this paper is little strict correction. Special economic zone. Special economic zone are growth engines of the economy. So what is special economic zone? Why is it? How it is established, etc. See, in this point, student could have added some case study or an example of how economic zone has helped in growth of economy, or compare it with China, because this concept was borrowed from China. China, they had a success, and India also did it. So such points if you add, you will get 3 or 4. Now only 2 out of 5 you have scored. But remember one thing, whatever you write, they will give marks. That is what I want you to see and observe. Whatever you write which is correct, they will give you marks. So NRI, acquisition of immovable property in India, is 1C. Since all the points are not right, they have got given only 1, but they give you marks for whatever you have written. So here 2 marks is given, correct? So like that, if you see the presentation, the pattern is continuing. Where you have written properly, they are giving you 3 marks. See here again 3 marks is given. When you look at the question number 2A, because here these questions are for 4 marks each. So 3 out of 4 is very good. That is like getting 75% of the marks. If you get 3 out of 4 in every question, you will get 75 out of 100 in the exam, right? So it is something like that. So everything, whatever you have written, you will get marks. And if you see here, this is what I want you to understand. Question 2A5. What are the various classes of NBFCs in the basis of their activities? So various classes of NBFCs, this is a 4 marks question. See the presentation, it's so nice. NBFC and activity in a table. So asset NBFC, residuary NBFC, microfinance NBFC, lease finance, NBFC factoring, NBFC infrastructure. 6 points, actually more are there, up to 10 are there, but student has written 6. And what is its activity? See, the presentation is so nice, you don't have to write everything in paragraph. This is one presentation you should take inspiration from for this kind of questions. So they are asking NBFC and what is the different purpose. So activity has been written in one line or even just in a phrases. But just see, the time taken to write this answer is not much. See, there is no sentence, there is no big paragraph. See here, lease financing, financing by of lease, principal business of factoring. So actually even full detail is not given, but you have got 4 out of 4. This is mainly because of the nice presentation, and this style is very good, right? So this is what you should understand. See, where you have not written everything, 1 mark is given. Here also 1 mark is given. Yeah. So here 0, because everything was wrong, 0 has been given. Then here 2 marks is given. So like that, when you write it and if you present it properly, like what is the fact, what is the provision, see even here, facts is given, provision is given, essentials of what is that. So they will give you marks. They will give you marks. I know this is a very big subject. And if you observe, the student has done very well in the starting. See, 20 student has got 20 out of 25 in just the entire part B, Competition Act, part 2. That means for the rest 75 marks, student has got 31 out of 75. So that is total is 51 plus uniformity, rationalization, and 60. So never lose hope. Even if you do very well in one part, you can get high marks of even 60. So let us say, when we take a look at it, we have part 2, which is our EBCL. EBCL, we have part 1. So in part 1, you have first question, which is for 5 marks into 4 questions, 20 marks. Then you have question number 2, which is actually 5 questions, into 4 marks. That is again for 20. Then the part 2, which comes for us, we saw 25 marks. So that means part C is obviously 35 marks. We know that very well. So when you say 40, 25, 35, 100 marks is there. So if you get 20 in our part B, and in part C, let us say you get only 12, and in part A, you are in 40, you are going to get 25. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 57 is possible. And in part C, instead of 12, what if you get, let us say, 18 marks, and here you get 20, and here you get 30. So 30, 50, correct? 68 marks. So anywhere between 55 to 70 marks is possible even in EBCL kind of subject. So that was the paper. If you see, it is not necessary that you need to have 100% knowledge about every single concept. If you write whatever you know, they do give marks. That is what we learnt in this paper. That is what you should learn and that is what you should remember. And sometimes if the paper correction is strict, they also give you marks for rationalization. So end of the way, don't worry, is the question paper difficult, answer is difficult, like answer correction is not fair. Don't worry about all these kinds of things, which is waste of time. Give your best, write whatever you know, follow the principles and tactics of presentation, ensure that you present in a very nice way, in a different way, show your unique personality in presentation, you will get marks. And for more such videos, please like it, share it with your friends, and most importantly, you can subscribe to the channel to never miss a video where we discuss about different answer scripts and give you complete support for CS. Thank you and all the best for you.